Well, hello, welcome to the Splashcast. I have Nick Lugo here from Jefferson High School. So, Nick, for those in the state that have no idea where Jefferson is, could you briefly explain where we are?
We're like the top corner, the top right corner, like
Top
really
right.
close to Maryland.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. So welcome. We're going to ask lots of little things. So, but first of all, could you tell everybody what grade you are in?
A 10th grader, a sophomore.
You are a 10th grader. All right. And you are like me from the Eastern Panhandle. So welcome. So I guess the first thing I'm going to ask is last year you kind of showed up in what is probably the weirdest swim season that we'll hopefully ever have. Hopefully we'll never have another one like that. Tell me a little bit about that experience of like having just this weird thrown together season.
It was different. Had like you couldn't see your competition until regionals, but it wasn't like the same as this year. You couldn't like bond with your teammates and stuff.
Now, did you have any meets last year?
No
regionals.
No, I just had regionals.
Yeah, so I don't think anyone truly understands that when I say there was no swim meets whatsoever for Jefferson High School. They showed up to regionals and said, I guess we're swimming the season this way. Yeah. And then my also favorite part about that is that there was a senior on the team, Chris Turner, who swam 49, but all of you all had to be no times. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
just kind of like blind sailing, just blind.
So tell me what it's like to go to regionals and be in like a heat by yourself, or like you're in the slowest heats. Tell me what it's like to swim regionals like that.
Just like you have to swim it. It's your race. You have to swim your own race, and that just go all out. Don't look back at anybody. Just do your thing.
How weird is that? Because like in club team, you would never do something like that. But so talk to me, like how weird was that?
It felt very weird because you couldn't like dead race with anybody or like pace off of them. So it was just wondering if you're not going fast enough or if you're not on that pace.
Now, so you this year, how does it feel now to actually have meets? And then like I think on the 500, you see your name up there on the top times on the, pretty much on a lot of the events, you see your names on the top times. Tell me, how does that feel like as a sophomore, for someone like you that's probably been swimming club team for a long time? Like, tell me what is it like to see your name on like top times?
It feels really good. Just want to get my name out there, try to win states this year, like to prove that I can do it at such a young age.
Now, so what's it like? So you, now that you've gotten the experience of a club team, now that you got the experience of a high school team, and then you also, obviously you swam club team for a good portion of the time. What do you think are some cool things about both, or what do you like about the high school team that you don't get to do in the club team, and vice versa?
Do lots of starts and dives, or starts and turns. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, go ahead.
A lot of 50s. Just a lot of 50s.
Yes, a lot of circle swim and 50s and all that. So tell me, for those that do not know of the Eastern Panhandle, those that don't know Jefferson High School, what do you think that the state should know about Nick Lugo?
That he's going for the gold this year.
Going for the gold.
Yeah.
Now, is there a specific like time that you're shooting for? Obviously, I know some people are keeping like what events they're going to be swimming at regionals, close to their chest. So I try to not share those. But is there like, are you setting personal time goals? Are you like, what what is your thinking going towards your personal regionals?
Well, I want to go 51 in the 100 fly and like 48 or 47 high in the 100 free. Those are some of my two main goals.
Now
And
go ahead.
I'm sorry, like like under 5 in the 5 free.
Okay.
I know I'm close. I'm like 2 seconds off.
So you're trying to break that 5 minute mark, which I don't know if anyone's ever heard. That's all I ever heard is like, oh my God, dude, this kid is close to breaking the 500 free. So tell me, what is it like not seeing most of the state? So if you are in like the Fairmont area, you see, or the Morgantown area, or even the Charleston or Huntington area, they are able to see each other and swim each other. What does it feel like as the Eastern Panhandle when there are Pennsylvania schools, Virginia schools that are closer than our next competition in West Virginia? Tell me what that's like.
It's like you're all by yourself. You don't like get that kind of competition and stuff. It feels weird.
Yeah, it kind of feels like there's not like a lot of it kind of feels like you're almost like more a part of a different state than you are of like West Virginia, because
Yeah.
you don't actually see each other. So nobody in the middle of the state's like, I'm really excited to swim that Nick Lugo kid, because nobody knows who you are. They just see your name and the time, and they don't get to see the personality you have. So is there something that you do, like some sort of hidden talent that you have that maybe, what sort of hidden talents do you have?
Like swim,
Non-swim related, sorry.
non-swim. Like basketball.
Basketball.
I like going to the gym too.
Mhm.
Gym's fun.
Are you like now if the swim season wasn't around, you'd be on the basketball team?
I wouldn't say that, but I like doing it in my free time. I'm not the best, but I like doing it in free time.
Like playing horse. I was waiting for
Yeah.
the swim specific talent you had. I was waiting for you to be like, yeah, I could hold my breath underwater for 3 minutes or something weird like that.
Yeah.
So tell me about your team. What is Jefferson High School guys swim team? What are they thinking about towards regionals? Like walk me through something like that.
A lot of our guys are like iffy if they're gonna make it to states, but they're putting in the hard work and like going through the hard practices to get the top 3 and go to states. We have some good first year swimmers that are just naturally good.
Now, is the Jefferson team, is it like a big team? Is it a small team? Do we have like, how many guys would you say you have on your team?
Like about 20 or 30, maybe. About that. Wait. Maybe like 20.
Okay. And so what's is there like so what is your thinking? Because we're heading towards regionals. Like, what is your thinking? Are we thinking that I mean, obviously every answer is, oh, we're trying to win the regionals. But like what do you think your team is thinking about? Like, what specifically do you think you all can do that might help you do that? Or what things that maybe you need to improve on because you're not quite good to win regionals yet? Tell me about that.
We need to work on our flip turns. Like the other guys need to, like, their legs aren't together and they're not getting that far out. Their dives, their speed's there, just the little things.
Now, is there would you say, because I was just talking earlier, or a different interview, I was talking to Parkersburg South students, and they said they had like the big rivalry with Parkersburg is huge. Is there a big rivalry that Jefferson has that that you might want to talk about?
It's either Spring Mills or Washington. I know me and Noah Seagrass always go back and forth. We're like right next to each other. So in Washington, they've beat us in a couple relays. So we're gonna hopefully beat them.
Now, in terms of the Eastern Panhandle for many years, it's usually either Jefferson or Washington guys that usually. So with I don't want to make any of the Eastern Panhandle coaches mad at me, but with exceptions, it's usually been Jefferson or Washington. Is there like some sort of heated rivalry? Can we like shake hands at the end with your Washington people? Like, tell me specifically about that rivalry. How does that work?
It's cool. I have a couple friends on the team, and we say good luck, good job. We talk after the race. We're friends.
After the race, you're friends, not during the race, of course, or even.
Yeah, that goes out the window. It's just a race.
All right, so what else should we know about Nick Lugo? Is there tell me about your is there something else that you'd want the state to know about you?
I'm pretty fast, trying to get faster, put a lot of hard work in. Just look out for me.
All right. And so now does Jefferson have, and you may not know this, does Jefferson have any meet traditions or just something for regionals, or is there some sort of bonding thing or something that's unique to Jefferson High School that you guys have?
Yeah, we usually go out to Dairy Queen after every meet or like meet up somewhere as a team.
That's fun. We're getting blizzards all around. So that's what I'm gonna remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop by and get some blizzards next time. All right. Well, and then you've already answered this question, but so I'm gonna have to think of a different one. My question that I always ask people is, if you couldn't dominate in the sport of swimming, what other sport would you swim? So I am going to ask this: what is your favorite swim workout set from either club or high school?
Probably the 100 to hundreds on 120. It's like all hard. On my club team, we do that. It's like something called Hell Week.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nothing but hard sets. Like we do a Lochte set, which is what he did to like train for the Olympics. It's tough. It's tough.
I've always wanted to do 100s because I've always heard like teams doing that, and they you do 100s and then you eat breakfast or dinner or whenever you actually have the 100s, you actually eat afterwards as a team, because pretty much you can't move after that's done. But
yeah.
How long does that usually take? If you do 100s, how long does that normally take you?
It was a 3-hour practice, and we got it done in like 2 hours and 30 minutes. It was tough. I slept like 3 times, took like 3 naps.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what my swimmers would say if I said, all right, we're going to do 100s today. I don't even know what they would do. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on to the Splash Cast to talk to me. And then I hope the rest of the state gets to see you. And then, like I said, if you see Nick Lugo, there he is. Now you've finally seen his face. So thank you for coming on, Nick.
Yep. Thanks for having me. See you.
Take care.
You too.